So I've been getting a lot of questions about how to find academic sources for the final paper project in Comm 101. And what I want to do today is show a really good starting point for research and to show you some paths that you might take while you're doing your research and why you should, keep moving forward if you come across roadblocks, because researching is not a simple process and takes a lot of work and a lot of digging. So a very good place to start is Siobhan Desai's website. Siobhan Desai is the librarian for Comm Studies at the University of Michigan Library, and has set up a very nice research guide, very useful research guide to start with. So this website here is basically guides.lib.umich.edu/Comm Studies. So I'll be using this as my starting point for research. And this guide, as it says here, will help you find resources related to mass media and communication, including health communication, political communication, gender, and race. Also, global and new media, media policy, and print and broadcast history, among other topics. So it's really a nice go-to site. And you can see there's different tabs for different subjects. Here's mass media, advertising, pop culture, news sources, how to cite your sources, what's current. There's some course guides here, syllabi, research on public opinion or public opinion sources, Comm Studies in Merlin, which basically shows you some good key terms to search, print reference resources that are available at the library. A good place to get started is Get Started. And I want to go through just one of the search engines here. Although there's several, JSTOR is very good. You can use JSTOR. I like that. ProQuest I like a lot. Communication Mass Media Complete. I'm also going to show you how to use Google Scholar, which I think is a very helpful site. So I'll just focus right now on Communication and Mass Media Complete and Google Scholar. Starting with this one, I want to open it in a new tab so that I can always go back to Siobhan's guideline if I need. So this opens up. You have to be logged in through a UMich account really to get access to this. So here you go. This is a database that gives you access to lots of different sources. You can say you just want academic journals or books or conference papers here in the publication type section. I just usually leave it as all, and then we'll figure it out from there. So what are the search terms I want to put? Let's just say, for instance, I'm doing a study on Cosmopolitan magazine. Cosmopolitan. And I'm interested in how women are represented. So let's look Cosmopolitan and women. I like to start with broad subjects and then narrow my search based on what I find. And as my research, as my paper becomes more directed, I search more narrowly. So this is about marketers. Let me go down and see if I can find an academic relationship. An academic paper. Here's one: Framing Sex, Romance, and Relationships in Cosmopolitan in Maxim magazine. So this is a comparative study, and I'm going to open this in a new window to take a look at that. Here's a content analysis on relationship advice. That sounds kind of interesting too. Let me see if I can get that. So right now I'm just going to focus on these two articles. One of them comes up automatically. It's Framing Sex and Romance and Relationship in Cosmopolitan and Maxim. So this is good. I can just scroll down and see if it's useful for my research. If it is, print it out, save it. What's also nice about it is you can find other resources to look up. So, I'm really interested in this argument here by Schufele, or whatever his name is. I'm just going to copy that so I have that in case I need it. But let me see what this article is so I can go try to track it down. So I know I want Schufele 2000. You got to scroll on down to the bibliography. Here it is. This article. I want this article, so I got to figure out how to go back and get it. One thing I can do is I can search, go back to Abisco and search it. Now, Actually, I'll just paste the whole citation in. Sometimes what it does is it brings up articles that cite it and doesn't actually bring up the article itself. But here it is. Excellent. And there we go. I got the full text now. So I was able to track down this article that's cited in here. So that's a good thing to do, to follow. So the other article, it's not directly, I don't see how I can get a PDF from this. So let me see if I have access to this one. MGet will tell you no electronic access through MGet Merlin. So I can only get really the paper copy, the old school paper copy. Do not match any resources. So I might not even have access to this one. I might have to request delivery service, which will bring it to you like in about a week or something like that. You fill out this whole thing and you can try to get access to it. Okay. So that's kind of how you can use this Communication and Mass Media Complete. And I do want to show you, that there are different ways you can do searches. I just did a very general search, but you can also search for text, various words in text, the author, title, subject terms, author supplied keywords. There's just a million ways to search. Okay, now let's look at Google Scholar. How can we make good use of Google Scholar? I'm just going to close some windows here. Okay, so Google Scholar. You can also get here, by the way, if you're at Google, just going here and hitting Scholar right there. So we're interested in Cosmo. Oh, here we go. Something, I already searched this. We want interested in gender representation. Let's see what comes up. Okay. Oh, here's a book. You can see kind of how it's mentioned here. One of the most global women's magazines, Cosmopolitan. And since we've gone through the UMich system, you can actually check these through availability at UMichigan. Now, what's nice is sometimes you get an article like this. It has the PDF directly linked. This will take you straight to the article. So there you go. You don't always have that case, especially with the book. But what's nice about the book ones like this, let's say for example, is you can immediately search it for what you're interested in. Cosmopolitan. Here's, a survey of readers of that sounds like some good media effects research right there, page 254. I should actually go and find how I can get this book. So this is, you just kind of can copy and paste the title. Let's see if we have it at UMich. I like to go through lib.umich. Paste. Let's see if we have this book so I can go to the library and get it. No books. Oh, catalog. Here we go. This is it. I'm sorry. It was right in front of my face. This looks like this could be it. Just want to make sure, yeah, it's the same author and everything. It is on the shelf, and this is the location. Oh, this is at U of M Flint, though. So I'm going to have to order it. Unless, sometimes what happens is, see how there was a second one here? You want to pay attention to that kind of stuff. Because sometimes it's like Burr. It's at Burr and it's in Shapiro. So you got to make sure that you get both copies, because I don't know why sometimes it'll just say U of M Flint. And that's how you can use Google Scholar. I do also want to point out, to go back to Siobhan Desai's nice guide here in the beginning, that you can actually chat with the librarian, and there's also contact information. There's an email. If you want to email the librarian can offer you great research resources, especially if you're looking for difficult to find facts, figures, statistics. You can also try the GSIs, but we're actually not as familiar with this stuff as Siobhan is. But contact us if you have any questions.